The National Park Service emblem is shown. It is shaped like an arrowhead with the silhouettes of a mountain, trees, and a bison. Text reads, "Beneath the Wilderness, Revisiting Isle Royale's Industrial Past." Trees in silhouette line the rocky lakeshore. A map of the Great Lakes appears. Isle Royale in Lake Superior is marked in red. Text reads, Seth De Pasquale, Cultural Resources Manager, Isle Royale National Park.
Isle Royale is one of the least visited parks in the national park system. However, happens to be one of the most revisited parks. It's clearly like a getaway for people that they want to just kind of fling themselves into the woods and the wilderness, but they also come for the cultural resources. People are absolutely interested in all the different things that this island has to offer.
A small lighthouse sits between the trees.
For thousands of years, Native Americans would come to Isle Royale interested in its copper resource. They would paddle over from the north shore until they saw a natural fissure in the rock where they noticed copper. And they would work the copper lode, the copper fissure, all the way up to this location right here, hacking away at the copper, using rocks to knock the copper away from the host rock and the bedrock until they would eventually stop. Euro-American miners came much later, saw these very features, and used them as clues as to where they should mine themselves.
Black and white photographs show a log cabin and a small village.
In 1843, it becomes a frenzy of mining activity, and this was the place to mine and extract copper. And absolutely, this is a wilderness park, but it had a gritty past, and that is mining heritage.
Researchers excavate the site.
And its industrial history is just as significant as its natural history, because the first thing that happens in a location is industry. Why do we situate ourselves in a particular location in the first place? It's usually because of a resource.
Another black and white photograph shows a man sitting on a log, peering at the lakefront village below.
And so when we study industrial heritage, we're learning more about who we are as a people, why are we here in the first place. And so we have an archaeological excavation going on right now, and we're interested in learning more about a historic copper smelting site operated between 1846 and 1848. This research will impact park management in a number of different ways.
Well, your stuff is kind of a lot.
Two men survey the area.
First, it's going to provide information, and we're really interested in what this place was, why it's here, how it came to be. And that, of course, the information will inform our park interpretive programs so that the visitors can learn more about the island's past. But also, it provides great opportunity to invigorate new partnerships. We've been working with Michigan Tech for a few years now, and bringing out students who are interested in industrial heritage to practice their trade is to the Park Service advantage, because I am an army of one. I cannot conduct an archaeological excavation like this on my own. So bringing students out to learn with us is to bring that heritage to the fore so people understand that it had this gritty past, this industrial past. And it's just a great opportunity for students to conduct archaeology in a national park setting and also to learn about mining heritage across numerous landscapes.
Hey, Seth, I think we found something interesting.
That's nice. You know what that is?
Looks like copper to me.
It is. It's
Text reads, Adrian Blake, graduate student, Michigan Technological University.
The Park Service has been very accommodating. They've given us sort of free reign over this site here. And so to work on a site like this, the oldest copper smelter in America's first copper mining region, that's quite exciting. This is some pretty interesting stuff we're doing here. That's quite interesting. We're going to learn quite a lot as to how people attempted to cope in this mining frontier. Quite thrilled, actually, for an opportunity like this, to come out here in a place like Isle Royale just to work in a national park. The scenery is quite nice, so when you're not actually working, it's quite enjoyable to be out here. But there's more than just the natural beauty here on the island. There's also a very deep and rich human history as well. And to tell the whole story of the park is to appreciate its industrial legacy as well.
Text reads, Patrick E. Martin, Ph.D., Professor of Archaeology, Michigan Technological University.
History is important because we can't really imagine who we are or where we're going unless we know something about where we've been. And the Park Service found an opportunity to uncover the history here.
Adrian Blake speaks to some park visitors.
And information of this sort enriches the lives of park visitors in powerful ways. And to my mind, that's a major mission of the Park Service.
The researchers continue to excavate the site. Credits roll. Produced by Ravenswood Media. Cinematography, Coulter Mitchell. Editing, Van Fulfs. Music, Julie Nichols. Project lead, Wendy Smith. Great Lakes Research and Education Center. Featuring Seth DePasquale, Adrian Blake, Patrick E. Martin. With special thanks to Dunes Learning Center, Isle Royale National Park, Michigan Technological University's Industrial Archaeological Program, National Park Service, NPS Great Lakes Research and Education Center.